It would be good if I remembered to turn my mic on, unmute myself. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm running behind. I just got home. And I had to grab my books. And I have tarot cards all out in front of me. I was eating. And, yeah. Eating and trying to rush because I haven't eaten yet. I was trying to stuff food in my mouth. But I needed to run around and pick up my books that I was wanting to share with you as well. Because these, I have so much fun in this topic in particular. And I really thought that, the whole reason of it that sparked it is because on Mondays I do a paranormal talk show. I'm the co-host on the show. The host is Teddy Poo Poo, Ted Van Son, and we did a great show on Monday regarding past life regression, and it's one of those things that I absolutely love. It's a passion of mine. Past life regression is a passion of mine because I do past life regressions. But it's just a passion for me, and I just love it so much. So let's say hi to our friends here. Hi, Samantha. Hey, Nick. How are you, honey? Nick, you'll like some of these books, actually. I have a mess. I'm sorry. I'm so behind. I wanted to have my tarot cards, my oracle cards, I should say, picked up, but they're not. It's okay. I'm forgiving myself. It's all right. It's been a busy week. So I had car problems. I hadn't had my car. Tomorrow actually would have been 2 weeks that I did not have my car. So I finally just was able to get it fixed. I got my car back tonight. It is in my driveway as we speak, and I'm ecstatic. The funny part is my son didn't even say anything. I had him go out and help me get the groceries. I told him to go outside. And I said, Jack, did you notice anything? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, did you notice anything when you went out to the car to get the groceries? And he goes, no, wait a second. We have our car back. I'm like, yes, we do. So it's been tons of fun. Not really. Without my car. Yeah, it's been rough. So I'm happy as a clam that I have my car back, and I don't have to ask Mom to take me to the grocery store, or my daughter. So, it was a lot of work, though. It was quite a chunk of change, and it was going to be even more. One part alone was $1,100, and my mechanic was getting around that. So, he did a great. Yikes, see? That's why you shouldn't do that, Cindy. My son Jet was helping me, but I have a little system here. Okay. I have to plug the Ethernet cord in so I can plug the Ethernet cord in so it will run smoother, and as soon as I unplugged it, it kind of knocked me out a little bit. I have so many oracle cards on my table. Okay, so our discussion is reincarnation and past life regression. And so we are taking this from Monday, and I'm just carrying it forward. We didn't really focus on reincarnation at all. I mean, I shouldn't say, well, we did a little bit. But it really was based on the past life regression. We had Paul Goddard on with us, and he is a past life regressionist as well. Hey, Cora, how are you, honey? He is a past life regression therapist as well as I. And we had an amazing time talking. I can take this off. I'm sorry. We had a great time talking. and having amazing conversation. And I actually got to be the host because I'm normally the co-host, but I got to lead, and it was really a lot of fun. So I want to share my shirt with you guys too, since you can see some of it. So I thought this was hysterical. And now you can't see it because my necklace is in the way. Stop bitching, start a revolution. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my faves. Actually, I couldn't wear it for a long time because I was too heavy. And now I can wear it again. Super proud of myself. Okay. Hi, Cal. Hi, Psychic Cindy says, hi, everybody. Wah! That just made me think of, listen, I love a little disturbed. Oh, that's so funny. I'm just finishing putting these away. Hi, Stacy. How are you? So, let's see. What am I going to start with today? How about if I give you a little bit of background regarding why I do past life regressions? How's that? I think that would be super fun. And I'm almost done. I have one more deck to put away. Maybe I'm a deck whore. Get it, deck whore. Whatever. I'm just having fun with it, guys. Okay. But I'm also super OCD, so they have to go exactly where they're supposed to go. Oh my goodness gracious. Whatever. I embrace myself, right? I'm so hungry, and that my chicken is sitting right here. And yes, I have a little bit of potatoes. Oh, that's what's going on here. I'm like, this isn't right. Ugh. There we go. Okay. I'm done now. I'm done doing that anyway. Oh, you know what? I don't think this is down, though. This we probably should turn down. My cat is doing something, and he's acting super crazy in the kitchen. Like, he's being loud and obnoxious. Simeon! He'll start coming in here. It drives my son crazy because the cat actually will come to me when I call him. I'm like, that's pretty amazing. The cat comes when I call him, but the boys don't. Interesting. There we go. Okay, everything's off. If it doesn't, I hope it doesn't make it like, whatever. Hi, Doreen. Walk the plank, Cindy. Let's see, down with the sickness. Hey, Schmorty, how are you? I can't get disturbed out of my head now. Listen, I have a very diverse playlist. The playlist is here. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I have to eat, so I will be taking bites. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you... All right. So, there are 3 books that really... I would say really got me started. When I was in college, my first college, junior college, it was a community college here in the Finger Lakes Community College, and actually it changed names while I was going to it. It started out Community College of the Finger Lakes, CCFL, and then it was changed to FLCC, Finger Lakes Community College. I feel like every college I've gone to, the name changes while I'm there. Okay, not everyone. MCC didn't change. Monroe Community College didn't change. But, so when I was in college, I was a theater major. And shocking, I know. I'm not the type. I also took philosophy for the first time. It was an amazing class. I learned so much. And Dr. Talbot, and we called him Doc Talbot, Doc Talbot told us and talked to us about reincarnation, which I had no idea. And he talked about a book that he had read that he just thought was super fascinating and told us about it as a class. And this is actually the book he told us about, which was Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. And it was amazing because Dr. Weiss is actually a psychologist, and he literally happened upon past-life regression when he was working with a young woman whose name was Catherine. And this book is basically about Catherine, and her name has been changed, etc. But and how it took him from where he was as a psychologist and brought him forward in his, I hate when my phone can be seen, and brought him forward into the thinking and everything else that he has now. And Dr. Weiss, since this book came out, and it was back in like 1991 or 92, 88. I didn't read it until 92 or 93. 93, I think it was. Yes, 93. But I didn't know about this book until then. And he's been on Oprah. He's been on lots of different places. But he's the one who introduced me to past-life regression work and hypnotherapy and reincarnation, because I had no idea what reincarnation was. Reincarnation, by the way, let's break that down first. Reincarnation is a thought process held by a majority of the world. Those who believe in Western religion, it's not prevalent here, but if you go to some place like Tibet or even India, they believe heavily in reincarnation because your soul is how do I put that? Your soul never dies. You just come into different lifetimes learning lessons, and that's what they believe, and I believe as well. Hey Seth, how are you? Hey Micah. Hi Barb. Barb, read the book. It's amazing, isn't it, Barb? Hi Jean. You're making tuna helper? Oh my gosh, I remember the tuna helper days. I can't eat them anymore. Oh, I didn't mean to put anybody up there, but that's okay. Hi Tommy, how are you? Goonies never say die. Oh, what does my shirt say? So I showed everybody a little bit ago. I'll show you guys again because I think it's awesome. Stop bitching, start a revolution. So the funny part is I have leggings on, but I have a long tank top, so it looks like I have lumpy boobs. It's actually, I can show you guys, it's fine. It's actually lace on my, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you know why? This is why. So now you can probably see the lace on my tank top, cami, whatever it's called. I don't know. So my boobs look like lumpy. It's fine. I have lumpy boobs. Whatever. Yes, Micah's here from the Netherlands. It is late for poor Micah too. Hi B, how are you? Hi Pookie, how are you? So reincarnation is all about the reliving or the living of many lives. You die, you are reborn into another body. That's pretty simplistic, but that's basically the thought of reincarnation, right? Hey Robert, So not lumpy, but lacy boobs. Yes, lacy boobs, not lumpy boobs. 222. Perfect. Micah, thanks for sharing that. That was awesome. We love those triple digits, right? So as I got on this journey, it brought me to other places. Like, I found this book. I don't even remember. Probably at a book, like at a, what do you call it? Yeah, that, Cindy. A garage sale or something. This is Life After Life by Elizabeth Kubler-Roth, Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Roth. And she was really one of those people that really had, it was more about the NDEs, the near-death experience people that would come back and talk about these other places and stuff that existed. But then it also brought me to Joseph Campbell, Myths to Live By, and all of the other cool things that, there are myths that are based on facts, right? So then Dr. Weiss came out with another book, which is called Through Time into Healing. And I started doing hypnosis. I don't know. I don't think anybody should just do this, by the way. Absolutely not. I was pretty precocious. I just believed I could, so I did. It was one of those things that as soon as I had read Many Lives, Many Masters, I'm like, I want to do this. Like, sign me up. How do I do it? And in this book, he actually teaches you how to make your own relaxation and regression tape. And you can see I literally have it. Here we go. I literally have it like highlighted and everything. It's an amazing thing. And on Monday I had said that I had made a tape for myself, and it kind of freaked me out to listen to my own voice. I'm sure it'd be fine now, probably. I just don't use a script anymore because I can just go into a trance state so easily. I'm not saying it's easy for everybody. I understand that. It's just practice, and over time, I don't need to listen to the script because I can bring myself into a relaxed state already. Yeah. And so it wasn't even that long ago that I actually found another life that I have lived. We've talked about this in past episodes where I've discussed like how many lives I've counted. I should write it down. How many lives I've gone through because of past life. Like, I've put myself in past life regressions. Self-hypnosis. Or spontaneous. I've had spontaneous ones happen, like the one that happened not that long ago. It was just over the summer. So, like, I would say a month and a half at the most. Maybe 2 months at the most. But the newest one is, I was a samurai, and the person I loved, who was also a samurai, so it's usually men. You can't be a woman samurai, because what did Mulan teach us? That if he didn't owe his life to Mulan, he would have killed her. He would have decapitated her right then and there. And that's exactly what happened to me. I don't know how our love affair was, but let's just say I opened my eyes in the dream to being in front of the love of my life, and whoosh, sword, throat. Yep. Again, killed through the neck, the throat chakra, and eye. So many deaths through my throat chakra. I'm like, really? Really? Couldn't I have just been like, can we just, like, maybe had a severed arm, perhaps, and I bled to death? No, it's the throat chakra. Over and over and over again with the throat chakra. Poor throat chakra. Let's see. Yeah, so after this, like, I started hypnotizing people, and it's fine. I have since taken, I couldn't find my other book, and it's driving me crazy. I don't know where it was. Dr. Roger Wilger I came across as well, and he's also a past-life regression therapist and psychologist. And he had written a book as well. Let me try and think of his book because I don't have it in front of me. But I went to his past life seminar, and it was amazing. He couldn't give me a certification for past life regression therapy because I was not a counselor, psychologist, doctor. I didn't have my hypnosis certification at the time, but he let me do the seminar, so that's fine. It was a whole weekend in New Paltz. It was amazeballs. Dr. Roger Wilger. And he's actually he's from England, so he has an awesome accent too. And the funny part is we had to go through a past life regression like that he did with us, and I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't leave this lifetime because I had too much shit to do in this lifetime. So I thought that was funny. Yeah, actually, so my past life regression work I've been doing longer than mediumship and psychic work. Is that crazy? I mean, well, that's not necessarily true because I would do shit without knowing what I was doing. So I was a medium long before that. Long before that. I mean, I was 13 years old and having conversations with a dead girl. Yes, everybody can do that. I know. It's normal. Hi, Clancy. Listen, Clancy, you didn't call me. It's a full moon tonight? No, it's a new moon tonight, B. New moon in Virgo. New moon in Virgo. Yes, a garage sale. I couldn't think of it. Yes, I should write it down. Ooh, crossage of blades. It wasn't even 2. It was just 1. Yeah, Highlander. Jeez Louise. Listen, my Highlander kind of time frame of life, I threw myself over the castle turret. My castle turret. I killed myself. Because I was with the same guy as the samurai life. It didn't end well for me in several lifetimes. I'm not going to die this lifetime. Okay, Clancy, no worries, honey. Hey, Jen Renaletta Ding Dong, I'm good. How are you? There can be only one. Listen, can't I be a Highlander? Okay, so I am going to, so as I kept going, this was just like the progression. So the progression was also Life Between Lives and hypnotherapy for spiritual regression. It's not just for spiritual. Actually, the reasons I got into it is because the immense amount of healing that can be done through past lives. Like, so many people are just like, oh, that would be so cool. I wonder who I was in a past life. Well, it is super cool. But you know what the really cool shit is? Is that we can help solve things in this life. It's true. Absolutely true. For example, the boy's father, like, we had such a shitty relationship. And I wanted to know, like, the relationship we had in a past life. I may have killed him. I'm just saying. It did. I did do that. I did. Because in that lifetime, it was the Old West, and I was what is it called when you lose your husband? What is it called, you guys, when you lose your spouse? A widow. That's it. Thank you. I was widowed and I was young and I didn't have anything that I could do. We were just married, basically. I mean, we had a farm and I didn't know how to do the farm myself. And so there was a lot that I didn't know or understand. And back then, there was only a few things that women could do. You were a teacher. You were, a secretary somehow. And you were a prostitute. Yes. Hi, John Woodruff. How are you? Listen, and it is not necessarily like we called ourselves, saloon girls. That's what we called ourselves, saloon girls. We were saloon girls. I think now, like the truckers call them lot lizards. Lot lizards. Prostitutes. Yeah. But we had a place. You came to the saloon and you picked a girl, right? We were the saloon girls. Anyway, a lot of my friends, actually, that are psychic mediums in this life, we were all in that brothel together, that saloon. Saloon, not a brothel. What? We were all in that saloon. Like my friend Char Hacker was our madam. My bestie Valerie was in that saloon with me. There have been, oh my gosh, so many girls in this lifetime with me that were in that brothel with me. And I've met some as I was doing readings for people. They would show me that. You were told you owned a saloon? That's amazing. Yes, Clancy, a professional escort. We escorted them from the bar upstairs to where they paid us. Lady of the night, that's right. Look, see, I love all of these. Yes. So, that was one of the lifetimes that I remembered. And when I asked specifically about the boy's father, I was shown this lifetime because I've seen this lifetime before, but I didn't ever go in it heavy duty. But I went to it a lot in that time because I wanted to know what the karma was between us, right? So their father he was one of my guys that came into town. He told me he loved me. He told me he would take me with him and take me away from that life. And he snuck out or tried sneaking out without me. And I went after him to kill him. So there's that. So what if I'm a murderer in my past life? You can't hold it against me in this life. I've learned a lot of shit, okay? Whatever. But it helped because it helped understanding that. And then after I went through that lifetime of understanding that I had killed him, I had also understood that I fell asleep one night and woke up to a different life. And I don't know how to explain it to you other than telling you that it was a parallel life that I'm living right now. And Cindy is with Roy in that lifetime, and wow, they're amazingly happy. And he's an amazing man and father. So I was blissfully happy, and then I woke back up and I was in this life again. And it was horrible. And I literally woke up and I cried. It was so sad. But that was another one that I spontaneously had gone into, even though it was during sleep. let's see. I've been trying to do the past life regression hypnosis on YouTube at night. I really haven't had much luck with that, but have had a lucid dream. Oh, that's interesting. Like, wait, John, are you trying to do past life regression work on others? Is that what you mean? Or finding some YouTubers that do past life regression work? I'm sorry, you guys, I have to eat something. My dinner. I put it on a paper plate. Because I'm lazy. No, because I didn't have enough room to put my regular dinnerware over here, because I have a mess over here. You have a past life in Paris Island? Besides the one you had this lifetime, Clance? Where did my drink go? Oh, it's right here. So what do you mean know for yourself? I'm confused, I guess, John. Like you're regressing people? Oh, no, you meant for yourself, so you can be regressed? Oh, wow, Clancy. So did you spontaneously go through it while you were in Paris Island? Or at Paris Island, I should say. Oh, you feel like you were in... Listen, we got to see this. So I got to show you guys. So I feel I was in prior wars. I'm a former Marine in this life. So you feel like you have other lifetimes of war. That's interesting. So this is the thing, you guys. One of the things I can remember, like, I was in 9th grade. And 9th grade was like, oh my gosh, what is 9th grade? Like, I don't remember what it's called. It's not global. I think that's 10th grade, right? I don't remember, like, what we were studying. I just remember that we learned about all over the map. That was, like, my big aha moment. Like, I was 14. It was 1985. I can remember sitting in class, and as we're looking at the map, and I'm leafing through the pages, I can remember like going, oh yeah, I liked this time. Oh yeah, I liked this time. Like I just felt called to certain periods of time. The 1800s and the Old West definitely was one of them for me. And France was always a huge one. Like England, Ireland, Scotland, that type of area. So that lifetime where I threw myself over the turret of my castle, yeah, that was Scotland. And it was, I've never felt in this lifetime, thank God. And this is the thing, is I thought I felt depression for a week. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. Like, I had a week where I would literally call myself depressed and even agoraphobic, because I just was going through so much stuff, and I couldn't explain it to anybody. I had an allergic reaction and drug interaction, and it created a problem, and then it caused panic attacks. And I was in school at Brockport, and I was in class, and I literally had a full-blown panic attack, and I had no idea what it was. I interrupted the whole class. It was terrible. We ended class early because I needed help from the teacher, because I couldn't do anything by myself. It was horrifying. And so it literally, like, I couldn't do anything. I literally couldn't go out of my house. I would have an instantaneous panic attack. And it was all because of this drug interaction and reaction that I had. And I didn't do like heavy drugs. It was just like my antibiotic, my clarithromycin antibiotic, pycnogenol, which is it's like a natural herb kind of thing for ADD and ADHD people. That's me, by the way. And because I don't like using like the stuff that they like to prescribe for me, so I was using natural things to help me with my ADD, and Tagament, my stomach medicine. Those three things caused a drug interaction, reaction, and allergic reaction. Yeah, it was scary, and so when I did that, I was agoraphobic. But when I went through this lifetime, and Hecate, the goddess Hecate, actually is the one who actually took me to the lifetime, because I asked about a specific person that's in my life. And when I asked about the specific person that's in my life, she said, you haven't seen each other for a very long time. You haven't been together in a very long time. And when she said that, I understood it to be hundreds of years, not just like 10 years ago, not just like the last couple lifetimes ago. I mean, like hundreds of years ago, 300-400 years ago. And it was the saddest. Oh gosh, like just remembering the feeling that this woman had. She didn't want him to leave. And he was leaving her yet again because, you know, he had duties to perform and things to do, and he had to lead the whomever. You know, he was royalty and had to do whatever he had to do. And, you know, there was a lot of fighting in those times, right? Taking over of places, and he was off with his being a knight and whatever, and all his people that were in his team or whatever. It was the last time she couldn't take it anymore and threw herself off the turret. And that's all I know about the lifetime. Like I haven't gone back into that lifetime because it was so heavy. And she was just so sad and depressed. I've never felt anything like that in my entire life. Never. I could never say that I was depressed after I felt that because, oh my gosh. I wouldn't be able to make you guys understand. Like, there's nothing in me that I could make you guys understand and explain and express. It was just rough. So, John, I do want to say something, though. Not many people lucid dream. You understand that. So, for you to be able to start lucid dreaming, that's pretty impressive, right? So, I think you should be very proud of yourself that you're making headway, even. Oh, is that one of your past lives, Robert? They can kill you and make it look like suicide. Yikes. Guess what my minor is? So my major is psychology. Guess what my minor is? Forensic science. Yes, Sarah, exactly. I've met my wife from a previous life. Listen, and I've been a man, I've been a woman, and it doesn't matter. You've been both. You've been both. Just, guys, whatever your deal is, just admit and understand that you've had lives as females. It's fine. I'm so hungry. And it's okay, because we've been men. Listen, I've had sex as a man, and I remember it immensely well. And it is totally, completely different the way we have sex and experience sex as women. Oh, amazing, by the way. So different. So different. It's really good. That's also, so when I was wondering about my lifetimes with the boy's father, that was another lifetime that I had gone through with with him was that he had raped me in a former life, and I was a black slave, and I was young. Like, I felt like I was about a 17-year-old. I don't believe I had had sex with a woman. I did feel like that the plantation owner might have liked me for some reason. I don't know why, but I felt like I liked men more than I liked women as a young man. But I really enjoyed my body. Like, I really was proud of my body. Man, I was hot. I'm telling you, I had a sexy ass body. And not only that, I could feel the burlap of my pants. And they weren't really pants, but they were pants, you know, that were made into pants anyway. A burlap sack that had been made into pants. And the rope, man, it was rope that I used as a belt, and I could feel it like on my skin, like rubbing and hurting me. But she had come up to me. She was a woman in that lifetime, and she really liked me, and she asked if I liked her, and I said, ma'am, I have to work, right? So I just kept trying to get out of it, because I was in the stable area, and she came in there where I was, and literally basically told me, like, I had to do whatever she said, because I would get in trouble no matter what. She would tell her it was her father or her husband. I don't really know, to be honest. But what she did was she just lifted up her skirt and sat on top of me. And I was angry with my body, actually, because it betrayed me. Because I didn't want to do this, because I knew I would be killed. I knew I'd be killed. And my body betrayed me, because it showed excitement, and it got hard, and I was really in a bad place. So, guess what happened in that lifetime? Yep, I was hanged. There's the throat again. I'm going to catch up on messages really quick. I'm really far behind. Yeah, it's John. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But if you guys see, like, a map or even a history book, like, what were the time frames that you felt like called to? Like, was there a favorite time frame in history that you liked? Now, mind you, history, we are told, is like linear. Oh, it's back then. No, we're living all of our lives at the same time. Always. But certain places may intrigue you. Certain time frames may intrigue you. So those are the things that I would look at first, to be honest. Let's see. Clancy says, in regard to her Paris Island, in the barracks where the DI took his Marines to the swamp. What does that mean? Oh, that's where you had that experience. I don't know what a DI is. Where the DI. I don't know what the DI means. I saw a lot of stuff there. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, Clance. You are pretty good at what you do. She sees stuff like I see stuff. Oh, global is both years? Weird. I thought one of them was like Southeast Asia. I don't know. 555 has been my number of the day. Just saying. I've seen it several times today. Like buying groceries. 555. Let's see. Micah says, I have no idea of my past lives, but if I have some, I'm sure it sure makes me pay this life. No, don't say it. What? Look at that, John. So Clancy and John have something in common. They both are Marines. Clancy, I was marched to the swamps in boot camp at Paris Island. That's so crazy. Wait, what's that mean? Oh, like weed? Like weed? No, not weed. Not those kind of drugs. That's why I explained. Ha ha. Very funny. Oh my gosh. Hi, Teddy Poo Poo. Here's my poopster. I'm continuing on from our discussion from Monday. It just intrigued me and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Poo Poo. And listen, you guys, I'm going to be on Teddy's show after my show. I'm going from here and going over to Talk with Teddy, and we're going to play, we're going to be talking about Pokemon Go. That's what we're playing about. We're talking about and playing and how I play Pokemon Go. Yes, so I'm going to be doing double duty, so I still need to eat. Man, I feel like a woman. That's right. Shania Twain. Robert also says, it was because she felt he was doing whatever as well as whomever while away doing royal duties. And you know what? It's funny because I kind of saw patterns from that lifetime with the person in this lifetime. And I'm like, I'm not killing myself this lifetime. Just so you know, I'm a lot stronger than I was in that lifetime. Yes, even a potato sack, whatever. It was the oh my gosh. Like, I'm a very tactile person in this lifetime. Like, things really freak me out. And if they rub on my skin, I'm ultra sensitive to it. And so that lifetime, it really wouldn't surprise me that tactile kind of thing would come from that lifetime, because let me tell you what, I don't like things that will, it's kind of like an Indian burn, really, you know what I mean? When you twist your arm and it hurts. Ah! Or rub, oh, no, carpet. Ah! When you rub your arm on the carpet or something, or your knee. Ah! Rug burn, that's what it's called. Carpet burn. Nope. Rug burn. Wow, I said knee, didn't I? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Elbows. It's elbows on the carpet. Rug burn, whatever. Clancy says 1800s, 1940s, 1960s, and 1980s. Interesting, Clancy. I don't know. Do you think they were one lifetime? Or you just kept dying and coming right back in, babe? I get the feeling she had been watching you at that time, like you would go to the damn water hole to watch. You know what? That wouldn't surprise me at all. Listen, when I say I was good looking, like, I'm not kidding. I was very tall for my age. I was very muscular for my age. I mean, I worked hard. I was a slave, for God's sake, in the fields. I did really heavy manual labor. I had beautiful pecs. I had big muscles. I was amazing. I'd fuck me, okay? Let's put it that way. Holy shitballs. I was amazing. Listen, you'd fuck me too, I'm just saying. Because I was hot. Anyway, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, right? I definitely feel like she probably was watching me. Ah, Kelly, the Salem witch trials. Yes, yes, yes. Drill instructor. Thank you, DI, drill instructor. Were you the platoon that it happened to? Wait, what does that mean? What happened? Now I want to know. So Clancy's asking John if his platoon is the one that this supposedly happened to, about the swamp or something. I was marched to the swamps in Paris Island, but what did Clancy say? Oh, in the barracks where the drill instructor took his Marines to the swamp. That would be crazy. Wait, so is that something that's not normal? They don't normally take them to the swamp? I'm curious about it, but is it good or bad to know? This is the thing. I don't think there's a good or bad. Sometimes it's just, it allows your soul to know and acknowledge certain things and release that information that is no longer serving you. So when you release it, so let's put it this way. I did, so I have a birthmark. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Let's see if I can see it on here. It's right here. So can I see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it. It just looks like a little tan dot right there. It looks like a little freckle. Right there. So, I have this little tan dot. It's like the size of my pinky around right here. And I have that, and I've had it ever since I can remember. But I was with Jesse's dad, my daughter's dad. Yes, I have 2 dads for my children. The boys have 1 dad, and Jessica has her dad. Jessica's dad and I remember being a teenager with him, and I'm like, oh my God, Mike, I have that same exact freckle in the same exact spot that you have yours, and yours is the same exact size as mine. And it was Mike that said, yeah, but Cindy, you have a mark on the back of you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, you have a bigger freckle on your back. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. And I went through that lifetime as where I killed Roy. I ended up getting killed, and I was standing in front of Jesse's dad, Mike. And the only thing I could think of is that if he was a male in that lifetime, I don't know, but I know that I was killed with Mike. I was standing in front. I tried to stop that death from Jesse's dad, and I was trying to stop them from killing him in that lifetime, but I don't know if he was a male or female in that lifetime, unfortunately. But the bullet went through me, exited me, and hit him. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So that's how I died in that lifetime. I kind of got what I had coming, to be honest, right? I killed somebody in that lifetime. Oh, Barb, you're back in New York. Nice. Are you going to work with me in November? Yeah. It's not good or bad, Micah. It's not good or bad. It actually allows you to release stuff. So, like, that was my birthmark. And so I found out where my birthmark was from and how it got there, right? Because a lot of times you'll have birthmarks that come from past lives. I regressed my sister Shannon. And my sister Shannon actually was born, they used forceps, and they actually created a, what do they call it? Like a cherry mark. And it's right at her temple, right here. And she's had them. They're like 3 little dots right there. And she's had them her whole life. Well, I regressed Shannon. She suffered from headaches really bad. And I get headaches too. But I would say hers are probably worse than mine. Though I don't know because I don't live in her body. But one of the things she wanted to do is try to get rid of her headaches. And she went back to a lifetime where she lived in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And she actually died because she fell and hit her head in that lifetime. Oh, wait, no. That's not how she died in that lifetime. She had fallen and hit her head and had caused the problems and had caused the headaches. How she died is she had sex without being married, and she was going to marry the guy. But her mother made her, basically they gave her an abortion. The doctor and her mother gave her an abortion, the town doctor. And basically she hemorrhaged to death after that. So, and the baby that she had and that they had aborted was actually my niece Maria in that lifetime. And she has reincarnated as my niece and my sister's daughter in this lifetime as well. So my sister had no say about what was happening. They just told her basically that it was a procedure that she was having, that they had to check things down there and stuff, you know. And they ended up doing that to her, and then she ended up dying. Rug burn, yep. So the DI took his recruits, and half of the platoon died out there. What? Oh my God. The place we stayed by the ring. The place we stayed by the ring for 2 weeks. Hi, Jessica! Yay! You found me here. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh, you and your daughter have exact birthmarks in the same spot, and she's your mini-me? So the funny part is all my friends, everybody called my daughter my mini-me, and when it comes down to it, the one that's my most, like, twin-like is actually my youngest child, my son, Jet. He looks the most like me out of all 3 children, even more so than my daughter, and everybody will still say, oh my God, Jessica, you look so much like your mother. Rule number 1, do not deflect bullets with your body. Exactly. That's a great lesson I learned in this lifetime, Robert. They don't bounce off of you. I was not Superman. Oh, range. The place we stayed by the range for 2 weeks. Oh, wow. Indentation. Oh, you're welcome, Micah. I hope that helped. She thinks we were twins. Listen, you could have been. Absolutely. Oh, she's your youngest too? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm so cold all of a sudden. I gotta put my sweater back on. Holy macaroni, I'm cold. Anyway, so, hi Kevin Roberts, how are you? Please, you guys, please share me out with your friends. Pass me around, I like it. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to. Chanel is going to kill me. So my friend Chanel is actually probably doing a live right now. Oh, maybe she wasn't doing her live right now because she was taking care of her son and stuff. Because he wasn't feeling well. So my friend Chanel sells stones and stuff like that. Normally she'd be doing her gem show right now on her channel. But the interesting thing is that last week Chanel was on my podcast here with me, and she actually is, we're doing a giveaway and I forgot to post it. Yikes, I just thought about it. Hey, Kevin. Hi, Penny. How are ya? 1313. That's what I see on my thing right now. So, if you guys have specific questions also about what I'm talking about, please do. Because if I haven't broken it down, if I've said something and you don't understand it, please let me know. So, what I want to say about past life regression, though, is it is a therapy where it goes back to, it uses hypnosis to take you back to lives prior to this lifetime, to help you resolve issues. Let's say, for example, like, I'll tell you a good one. And listen, I have so many stories because I've gone through these things for myself. I have a lot of issues with my throat. Obviously, we've already talked about several lifetimes where my throat has been injured and the cause of my death. Anyway, so now I forgot which one I was just talking about. Oh, I was on my way to Thanksgiving dinner. Mom and Dad were in the front seat. Dad was driving. Jessica, I don't know if Jessie was with me or with her dad. She was probably next to me, and then my brother was on the other side of me. I just remember there was a couple of us sitting in the back seat. But I was having a lot of issues. I would have tonsillitis all the time. I was always constantly sick. And even now, my voice will go in and out all the time. And you should have heard me yesterday after I did Tarot Tuesday for 4 hours. 4.5 hours, I think it was. It was like I'd had a cold or something, and I had a very deep voice the next day. My girlfriend calls it my 900 number voice. It's fine. Anyway, so I have a lot of issues. I have nodes on my vocal cords as we speak, so I'm used to this, right? But I was having a lot of issues and difficulties, like so much so that I would lose my voice for months at a time, like just gone. And I'd go to the doctor and they'd be like, well, you do have tonsillitis, but we just have to let it work its way out. I didn't have strep throat, so they couldn't give me antibiotics. So I would go through this all the time. Well, I was getting tonsillitis so much that my tonsil, I think it was my right tonsil, was always huge, 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 huge. And this one would always go back down. This one wouldn't. So they finally were like, okay, we can't, we have to do, we're going to have to do surgery and do tonsillectomy. And, but before that, I had decided that I was going to find out what the root cause of my tonsillitis and all the issues with my throat was. Well, in this lifetime, I had just, quieted myself. I had put myself in meditative state, relaxed my head on the back of the seat, and I literally opened my eyes, and there's a guillotine I'm staring up at, and boom, I'm dead so quickly. Okay, well, I guess that's why I have the problems with my throat. I was guillotined. Lord have mercy. How many deaths can one person have in many lives through their throat? Listen, I'm not done with them, so whatever. And I actually had gone through this lifetime. I actually knew this lifetime. This was my lifetime in France, and it's when they were guillotining everybody. all the elite class, the royals and whatever. They were just killing off the women and men there. I don't know. Mostly women, I feel. And in the history books, they would tell us because I remember being so upset about the guillotining. And I'm like, what did they do? Like, I don't understand. That's just horrible. I understand my adverse reaction to it now, even as an adult. Because back then, I was closer to the age of when I was studying it than I am now, right? But I have so much different clarity and knowledge now, right? Well, the thing is about that lifetime, I did not, I was in France. I don't know what else to call it besides royalty, because I don't think I was royalty. I think I was like part of the royal scene, though. Like if I was a lady or something, a lady in waiting. I don't know whatever they're called. I just know that I had a handmaid. So I know that I was higher in stature in that lifetime. I can remember the woman like corseting me and putting her shoe in my back and pulling the strings and binding me. Let's put it that way. I could feel all of that stuff. And that part of that lifetime, I actually was in, had gone through when I did my past life regression seminar class that weekend. That was that was a past lifetime. It was like a little blip. And that whole scene that I just explained was one of the things that I remembered. I didn't know what was going on. After I had gone through the death, I kind of went and I remembered that lifetime. So I went to the part that I remembered from that seminar and I kind of followed myself. She was dressing me and getting me dressed completely because it was my day of death she was getting me ready for. I had already gone to court, and I've only known about this part is because I have other friends that were there in that lifetime with me. I had friends and they couldn't speak up for me in court. Like I couldn't speak up for myself and nobody could speak up for me. So basically I literally was being a martyr. I chose, that's fine. You're going to kill me for whatever this is, even though it's lies, then do that. So I was martyred in that lifetime. And, but I couldn't speak up for myself. Nobody could speak up for me. Like nobody was allowed to. So I went through, I dressed in my finest attire. I held my head up high, even though I was being executed. And I had my people standing with me and walking with me to the execution. I wasn't in jail because they knew where I was, right? And they held me a little bit in esteem, I guess, that I wasn't a prisoner in that kind of way. But they cut my eyelids, so I couldn't close my eyes because they actually positioned me to watch the guillotine blade come down. And the thing is as I was studying it, I mean, they always told us that they would lay them flat and then they would be guillotined so they didn't see it coming and their head would plop off in a basket. Oh no, I remembered that they guillotined me and then I could see up. I could still see up for a little bit. Because my brain was still functioning even after I was guillotined, basically. Yeah. Hi, Danny. How are you? Yes, I was an aristocrat. Thank you so much, Kevin. Yes, that's exactly it. Hi, Christina. I love you, too. All right, let's see. I have to go back. Hi, Marianne. All right, let's see. I met a guy once that had the exact opposite version of my birthmark. Got to do some meditation to figure out why we have them. Exactly. So, Sarah, I don't know were you here when I was explaining my birthmark? That I literally, Jessica, my daughter's dad, has a birthmark in the same exact spot that I do. Same size, same color, same shape, everything. Except I have an exit wound on my back. And he's the one who explained that to me. We were young. I mean, we were young. Teenagers. Clance, sweet dreams. Yeah, it's an early and long day tomorrow. Hopefully we can talk soon and you can explain what the hell is going on. I know it has to do with the military. Okay, so. Oh my God. I already said dicks and decks, basically. I said I have a lot of decks and I love them. Hi, Marianne. Is it common for spouses to have been with each other in other lifetimes? Absolutely. So that's what I was explaining is that I wanted to know. So in that lifetime that I was talking about with the birthmark, so Jessica and I's dad had been together in a past lifetime. I actually stood in front of the bullet and got shot, but he got shot too. I don't know if he was a man or a woman in that lifetime. I was a woman. We were in the brothel. I was a saloon girl. So yes, absolutely. You can find out I've specifically gone to find out the relationships between myself and partners that I've had. Absolutely. And it's crazy how many times they've killed me. Or I killed him too. I'm not above murdering people, obviously. Duh. I'm over it. I'm not killing people. I'm just saying. I'm not killing myself either. I'm over that too. The live stream keeps breaking up. Have to refresh every 10 minutes or so. Maybe because you live in Europe or something. It could be. I don't know why. That's so crazy. Penny, you're doing better. Only 3 more treatments and you're done. Yay! Girl, you know I keep sending you some energy. Might be Australia has not been having any problem with the stream so far. Touch wood. Jet, come here. That's their last name, so I always say, here, I knocked on wood. My table is all complete wood. Nothing, I'm teasing you. I always tell my sons, I need to knock on wood. And I'm going to knock on them because their last name is Wood. I have wood all around. Wood right here, wood on my table. Yeah, like real wood. My table is actually an antique card table. Hi, La Lumiere. Welcome. Does Richard come with a message from Spirit? I don't know what that means, La Lumiere. I'm not doing readings tonight, though. This is my podcast, so. Oh, you did the Brian Weiss past regression, too. And it kind of showed me how I died. Yes! Listen, I've died several times because of Brian Weiss's thing. It was awesome. Let's see. What are some issues might I have now if I hung myself in a past life? Oh, this is her daughter, Marissa. Hi, Marissa. Wait, how old are you, Marissa? Because if you know about this stuff, you can't be little. And your mom looks young. So, well, I know how old your mom is because she told me. But she still looks young. So some things that you could have, like it would be issues with your throat if you were hanged, right? Things that are issues with your throat. Oh, Jansen's girlfriend is calling. I'm sorry, hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. She would call my son, but my son is sleeping and won't answer the phone for her. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Normally don't answer my phone. But I just was doing that for a purpose. I forgot that I was doing that. I was looking up Dr. Roger Wolger's books. That could be it. Many Lives of the Soul. I don't remember now. Okay, let me see. Book by Dr. Roger Wolger. Healing Your Past Lives. That could be it. No, that's it. Other lives, other selves. That's the one I thought it was. That's the one. A Jungian psychotherapist discovers past lives. Yeah. Other lives, other selves. And it was funny because it was many lives, many masters. Whatever. But it was very interesting. Dr. Wolger's book too. So those were the people that got me started and hooked on what I was doing and became. I know. It's a long time ago that I was talking about that, but I had to think about it because I was on my phone, and that's why. See, ADD. You just have to understand an ADD brain. That's all. Hey, Luke. How are you? Let's see. If you were even courted by the aristocrats in France, they would execute you. It also happened in Salem. That would make sense to me, to be honest. It would. I just know that it didn't matter what I had done. Like, that wasn't the necessary point for me to know and understand, for me to have any benefit from this life. What I needed to know and understand is why I felt like I was always, like, I needed to understand why I felt like I was never heard, like nobody listened to me, and that lifetime explained and expressed it completely. And one of my guy friends, one of my spiritual guy friends actually knew that he couldn't speak up for me in that lifetime either. Let's see. My birthmark that is in the shape of a backwards K. What? That's crazy. A backwards K. So it would be like this, right? I wonder if that means like it was an implement or something, maybe. Hi, Amy. How are you? Oh, 16, almost 17. So you're right between my sons. When is your birthday, Jessica? Well, actually, it's Marissa, right? Because yes, it's Marissa that I was talking to. So, but throat things, thyroid issues, throat issues, having your tonsils taken out, constant, losing your voice. Those are issues that you can have. Feeling like you're not heard. Don't speak up very much, like you have a very quiet voice. Or you could have a very loud, booming voice because you think people won't hear you or listen to you. Oh, your birthday's in October. So you were born in the same year my son was. So Jansen is 17 also. Oh, happy birthday soon. What day is your birthday? October what? Only good-looking, intelligent people are born in October. At least that's what I tell everyone. Because Marianne was born in October also. You're a Libra though, right, Marianne, if I'm not mistaken? Oh, good. I'm so glad you're great. Let's see. Can you tell me my real father's name and where I can find him? And also, do he know that I have a kid? Well, Danny, so this is my podcast. So we don't do any readings on this podcast, but you're more than welcome to listen and have fun. The 14th. Oh, nice. Yes, 2 Libras in the house. Those little Libras. You guys can be wishy-washy. Do you know that? I'm just saying. Libras can be wishy-washy. Air signs. I'm eating more of my chicken, you guys. I'm sorry, but I'm taking big pieces at a time. No worries, honey. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, Marianne, you're hysterical. No, well, maybe. My grandma. I miss my grandma so much. Her birthday is October 2nd, so whenever I think of my grandma, I always think of her being a Libra. And not only that, but her son was born on her birthday. And I was born on my paternal grandmother's birthday. Weird. So we had that little thing, like, it wasn't, she was my maternal grandmother, though. I want more potatoes, though, to be honest. Kevin's a... like, am I just having all the Libras come in tonight? So, you guys, if you have any questions, I definitely want you to post them so we can answer them. It's just me tonight. I'm so used to saying we, because it's usually Spirit and I. I mean, listen, when it comes down to it, Spirit really does help me, give me information, right? They're even here. They're always with me. I can't shake them. Not that I want to, though, because I love them. So, I'm going to tell you. So, a lot of people will ask, what does it feel like to be hypnotized? Okay. Close your eyes. This is what it feels like to be hypnotized. Weird, right? You can open your eyes if you didn't already. The only difference is that you could hear everything around you, right? When you closed your eyes just then. You probably still heard my son shouting in the background. Sorry. Oh, these kids. But the difference is you don't care that there are sounds around you. That you don't care. It just feels so good to be that relaxed. I can't make you do anything you wouldn't do. Like, I can't make you go murder somebody. Because if you aren't a murderer, you're not going to go murder people. Okay? If it goes against your ethics and morals, you won't do it. Okay? Not that I'll do it anyway. That would be dumb. That would be unethical and immoral. And I wouldn't do that. So, but people get worried that I'm going to do something or say something that, you know, would make them cluck like a chicken or make them a murderer. I'm not going to make you cluck like a chicken or be a murderer. So don't worry about that. It's just a nice deep state of relaxation where you just don't care about what's going around you, right? And the thing is I would tell you, if we were doing a regression therapy session, I would specifically want you to know that you're always in control of yourself, that you can come out of it at any time you desire without any ill effects of coming out of it spontaneously, right? So it's safe is what I'm getting at. Gotta love them, definitely. Can you make someone not murder someone? Wait, is this Jessica or is this Marissa? I don't know. Like, I would hope nobody wants to murder anybody. But we know there are murderers out there, right? I don't know. I would like to think yes, right? I don't know. I've never experimented with that, to be honest. Oh, it's Jess. Okay. I've never experimented with that, so I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting thought. I actually was wondering if I could talk a drug addict out of being on drugs. I mean, yeah, I would think so. I would think that you would be able to, so you have to find out why they're using drugs or using alcohol for an addict, right? So that's actually interesting because I could take them back to the pain and the point of pain, whether from this lifetime or any other, you know? Oh, okay. So she's helping her grandma. So she knows who she's talking to. Cute. Thanks so much, Kevin, for stopping by. I appreciate it. I would love that. Thank you. And you guys go like and follow me on Facebook. Go smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you'll know when I go live. Sometimes I do surprise lives. That is more in line with my tarot and stuff. It's so hard for me to do the psychic readings, like the mediumship readings. I used to do them on here, and then I just switched to tarot because tarot is a lot easier. Yeah, but I will be in less than a half an hour at 10 p.m. when I end here. I have to go to Talk with Teddy, and I will be talking about Pokemon Go. Yay! I play Pokemon Go. I'm a nerd. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm not like the most accomplished or known about it, but he knows me and he was doing Pokemon Go, so perfect. Let's see, where was I going with that? So, yes, we were talking about any ill effects or anything like that. There are not any ill effects. In fact, you can delve to the reasoning of things. So why you might be addicted to drugs or alcohol, why you're having the relationship you're having with the person you love, why you have a phobia. That's a huge one. That is amazing. And a lot of times when you reach the root cause, it releases these things. So with my sister, her headaches literally were not as bad as they once had been once she had gone through that lifetime and found that she had hit her head and had issues at that time. She started having headaches in that lifetime after she had fallen and hit her head on this huge rock. Dude, I'm telling you, Jessica, I told you we had a lot in common. So, yeah, so you can find out so much information about yourself and learn about yourself, and it's just for the benefit of you, really, right? So one of the things I am working on is instead of trying to do past life regression work solely, I'm going to actually figure some stuff out, and I'm going to get make it so it's kind of like, because I have not tried doing it over the internet yet. But I have that's already on my list. I already have somebody that is going to do it with me, so we can practice on her. But it's just a lot different because normally the things that I would look for to monitor my client in office, I can't do over the internet. Like, I can't see how her breathing is, if it's shallow, if it's deep. I can't see that stuff through the camera, right? I mean, unless it's sitting right on her. He would have to be mic'd up so I would be able to hear their voice, because a lot of times when you're under hypnosis or in hypnosis, what you don't realize is that you're not speaking very loudly. It may seem like you're speaking loudly, but you're not. So one of the things is that you would have to have a mic so I would be able to hear what you're saying. And there are other things, like I can't see how deep per se you're in at that moment, right? So I have a lot of things that I have to kind of take for granted while I do it over the internet. So I am working on that and doing that. But I want to offer this other service where it's basically, so what I do, let's talk about, like, if you came to me for a past life regression, what would you receive and what would we do? So I need to have a very first meeting with you where we discuss, like, what your goals are, like, what is it that you want out of this? Is there something specific you're trying to go for? For example, a phobia, or, an illness that you've had, or a disease, or drugs and alcohol, or, because if you can release those root causes, that's what you want to do to be able to get to the bottom of it and why you're having these issues in this lifetime, right? So you can release that energy and not deal with that. Hopefully not deal with your illness, or hopefully not deal with your partner, or hopefully not deal with whatever, the drugs anymore, right? Let's see. That was my question. You know I'm down with trying it over the net. We can make Steve help. See, that's a great idea. I had actually told one of my girlfriends that I would have to have her child, she's not a child, she's a teenager, but I would have to have her kind of monitor for me. It's not like she'd be able to talk to me, but she could send me text messages or something like that where I could communicate, so I could see if she's restless, or if she's, something that I can't see. If she's cold, her daughter can put a blanket on her. There's a lot of things that I've thought about, and I love that. Thank you, Marianne, for offering that as well. Is self-hypnosis safe? Absolutely, it's safe. It's just a very deep form of relaxation, and let me tell you what, if you have sleeping issues or something like that, number one, that's a great one to try to relieve, because a lot of people that have, that have insomnia, it can even go back to something like being in the military and having a night shift, and you are supposed to keep watch over your people, right? And if something happened, like you fell asleep and everybody was killed, including yourself, or if, you were supposed to, you were captured because something happened. There are a number of things, but there have been cases that have been purported that, they were supposed to be keeping watch, and, they fell asleep, or they somehow got overtaken by the enemy clan or whatever, right? And that would be a lot of good reasons for insomnia, right? But the problem is you've carried it through to this lifetime, and it's time to release it and to allow your body to sleep. So, yeah. It is. So Jessica asks, is it the same as meditation? Yes and no. Meditation is just a lighter form of it. It's relaxation, and your breathing is more relaxed. Meditation is deeper states. We like to try and take you to those deeper states so that you can just allow what's going to come through. Because a lot of times people want to question, oh, well, maybe this isn't the truth, maybe I'm making it up. Well, no, I don't want you to question that, especially then. I don't want your conscious mind in there trying to go, blah, 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 blah. That's not true, right? I don't want your conscious mind talking to your subconscious mind, right? Or your soul, for that matter. So I would just allow for that nice deep state of relaxation, in which either self-hypnosis or, a past life regressionist or a hypnosis person can do, right? Yeah, because the benefits far outweigh anything that you would think would happen. The benefits are amazing, especially when you have so much knowledge about even just the people in your life, because as you're talking, I even instruct you to look at the person you're speaking to's eyes. Do you know them in this lifetime? You know, these are questions I would ask you while you're under hypnosis. And that's a huge thing, because a lot of times they'll be like, like with my sister, her mother in that lifetime was actually a woman named Kathy that she calls mom in this lifetime, at her second mom. She's always called her that, right? So it was really crazy that I'm pretty sure Kathy was the name of that mom, her second mom. Maybe it started with a P. Now I don't remember. But the woman that she called her second mom in this life was that mom in that lifetime. That I do know.
Yeah, that's facts. Why do you guys keep talking? I'm like, you idiot.
Have I answered all your guys' questions? Like, what are you guys curious about? Is there anything you're curious about in this regard? I'm just trying to think of, like, so the first session we would have is like, I really want to get to know you, want to know and understand the things that you want to get to know about yourself, or if it's a phobia, if it's you can't sleep, whatever it is, whatever this thing is that you want to get to the meaning of, that's what we hash out in that first session. In that first session, we can even do over the internet like this now. But it was always, well, I shouldn't say always, because I've done them over the phone. It's like an intake kind of thing. Like, I want to know all the information, right? Also, it's a very detailed kind of thing that I want to know that first session. The second session is when you're coming to see me. When you come to see me, it's a very in-depth session. It's like 2 to 3 hours. So it takes a lot out of me energetically, and it's really heavy for you as well. And as I was talking to Paul Goddard, he only does his sessions for like an hour, maybe a little more than an hour each session. So I think that's interesting. Whereas we may go through one or several lifetimes in that time frame, but it's all to help with the things that we're trying to I don't want to say fix, but resolve for you, right? Hi Champagne, how are you? So yeah, with then we talk about your session after, at that, and when you're done, we go through and we discuss what has gone through. So I mean, you go through one lifetime minimally, if not more, and then we talk about and integrate what you've learned. Sometimes you won't remember when you come out of it. And it's just not that, it's just that you didn't need to remember it. It's just that your mind, soul only needed to know, go through, release, and then it didn't need to hold on to that information. And sometimes there's other reasons you don't remember, right? Maybe it'll cause more harm or problems for you, knowing maybe. But for some reason, there are some people that don't remember, and that's okay. That's normal. But then I have other people that will remember everything. Like exactly like how I can remember the feel of that burlap sack on my skin and that rope just like irritating my skin. Yeah. Like they'll remember all of that kind of details even. So it's a wide range of things that you can experience. But everyone that I have ever done a past life regression with, they have gotten something out of it. even if it was a very minuscule thing. They have gotten something out of it. Oh, Champagne says, I've been wanting to get this done. I've been dealing with a lot of karma, past life related stuff. Oh, she's an intuitive, and she also feels she can't seem to remember her past life to work through it. Interesting. So, Champagne, have you gone through and tried to do some self-hypnosis? I'm curious. So, what do I charge? So, I found out that I charge a lot less than a lot of people that are around. From what I understand, I just did some research from one of my friends that wanted to know how much it cost for me to do it. I charge $150 for a session. That's 2 to 3 hours. That includes the intake as well. But that does include, us doing the session, and that includes us, integrating information, talking it over. That's for in person. I was saying that I'm trying to work on offering products that maybe would be helpful to do, like, I'm trying to do it over the internet, and also do kind of like a self-hypnosis / integration with me. So it's kind of like doing a self-hypnosis and then us going through it and seeing how your session was with that self-hypnosis. Okay? So I've been thinking about new and different fun things regarding past life regression work, especially. Because I just love it, and I feel like there's it's like sonic speed kind of healing, right? In the fact that you can really help yourself, and it's beneficial to you quickly, right? Yes, I say quickly. I mean, that's relative term here, right? Because I say 2 to 3 hours is one session. But if you can integrate something that you've been struggling with for a very long time and understand and be able to release that, 2 to 3 hours is nothing compared to weeks, months, years, etc. that you've been dealing with it. And some people, it's decades, right? So, yeah, I mean, there's so much good that can be had from this. And some people are just so inquisitive about just what their lives were in the past, but there's so much healing that can be accomplished through this modality. It's amazing, to be honest. I've integrated a lot, obviously. Even though I still have issues with my throat chakra, I clear it a lot. I have friends that clear my throat chakra a lot too. But I've done a lot of work with it. Yes, I've had surgery on my throat chakra, and I still have issues that I try to remember that are not necessarily based in this time frame, right? But listen, I do not have nearly the amount of problems that I had in my 20s and even in my 30s. My voice would leave me for weeks and months. I wouldn't have my voice for months at a time. And this isn't even like my voice how it used to be when I was younger. So my voice has changed, and that's okay, right? It's just different. But I've had a lot of healing things, and I've done a lot of work with my throat chakra, to be honest. Hi, Christopher. I was wondering where you were, because I thought you would love this one tonight, because we're going in talking about reincarnation in past life regression stuff again. But yeah, I can't believe it's been almost 2 hours already. That's just so crazy to me, because I was sitting there eating and talking and chatting, right? No. But does anybody have a question? Is anybody curious? It says 6:17 right now. 6 people watching and 17 hearts and thumbs up. So cute.
Yeah, see, look at you. Look how dumb you look right now. Look how dumb you look.
I'm sorry you can hear my son. It's just, I don't want to beat him right now. I'm too tired. I normally would pause mute this, cover my mouth, and say, Jot, stop it. It is 10 o'clock almost, and he's going to be getting off of there anyway. Because I am a mean mom, just so we're clear. So if I have an issue, is it possible to pinpoint the lifetime that the issue happened in? Yes, absolutely. So this is the thing, like I was talking about earlier, about the, those moments in history where you seem to feel pulled to, or you feel like you like more than another, or even an adverse effect. Like as a kid you were learning about Vietnam War, and it really would make you angry, it would get you upset, and you'd have no idea why. And then we take you to a past life and you realize you were in the Vietnam War and you were a prisoner of war and then ended up dying from starvation or something, right? I mean, these are just strange things, but they can show up in your lifetime and be completely relevant now, right? So there's a lot of reasons that something could happen, but that it can show up either as like a feeling of, oh, I feel drawn to this time frame, or completely repulsed by it, right? So it's not just those that you're drawn to. It can be also the ones that you are like, that makes me sick. The one of them that does that for me is but I don't think I was there, to be honest, which is Germany, Nazi Germany, World War I think it was, right? Or was that World War II? Now I can't even think. What the hell is wrong with me? World War II. Is that right? I just can't think right now. But yeah, it's that Nazi Germany that I can't. It just makes me sick. And that's more to do with my psychic mediumship channel kind of side, empathic side, because I literally can feel the suffering, the pain, I can hear. It will bring me to that place, and I don't like going to that place because it was dark for me when I went there. Hey, Carmen. Hi, honey. How are you? Welcome. And I'm about to get off in 4 minutes. I have to go to another podcast. So if you guys want to come watch Talk with Teddy and hear me talk about Pokemon Go, what a strange difference, right? We go from my podcast where we're talking about reincarnation and Past-Life Regression, and then I'm going to Talk with Teddy and it's talking totally about something fun and frivolous like Pokemon Go. A video game. Oh, Jessica, hell to the yeah, Studio 54. Woo! Listen, that would have been right before you, though. Because you're what? You're like 7 years younger than I am, I think. Yes. So, 7 years younger than me would be the late 70s for you. So that doesn't give you a whole lot of time. And listen, you very well could have been, right? From that, even, let's see, because you would have been approximately 70, what? Hang on, let me think. So like 79, right? Oh, 77. Oh, so, right. Wait. So your birthday is still coming up, Jessica? Because that would mean only 6 years younger than me. But if you haven't had your birthday yet. My brother was born in the same year. So if you, like, think about it this way, it is quite possible that you could have lived in the 70s and done that whole New York City thing with Studio 54 and stuff, but it just would have been literally like you left and came right back in. Literally. It could be done. I mean, it boom, boom. Absolutely. Oh, December. Are you a Sag or a Capricorn? I feel like you're more Sag, though. Hi, Ashley. How are you? Welcome from Canada. So this is the thing. This is just my podcast, and I only have 2 more minutes on my podcast. But I don't do readings on my podcast. Separate. Yes, you're going to be 43. It's definitely separate than this, but you can catch me every Tuesday. So Mondays, let's start this off because I have to start winding up anyway. I didn't want to miss the party. Exactly. Listen, you really could have, even in the same year, you could have died and come right back in. And, 77 was heyday for Studio 54. For real, for real. I knew you were a Sag. You definitely have that fire of a Sag. Yeah, I'm an Aries, so I wouldn't want to miss the party either. Oh, that's interesting. You're a descendant of Joan of Arc, Christopher. That's amazing. And so did they do your genealogy or something? Interesting. Wait, what does this mean, Jessica? Tuesdays. Oh, yes, Tuesdays. Thank you. Tuesdays are my tarot show. So Mondays from 8 to 10, I am doing ParaTalkRadio. I am the co-host of a paranormal talk show. The host is Ted Van Sun, a.k.a. Teddy Poo Poo, which I've named him, and he calls me Cindy Poo Poo. So we talk about lots of really cool stuff, all paranormal stuff. Could be cryptids, it could be, even past-life regression stuff. That's what we were talking about on just this past Monday. We talk about psychic mediums. We talk about a plethora of things, haunted houses, and of course a lot to do with the paranormal field and paranormal investigators, etc. So we have a lot of cool, fun stuff on that talk with Paratalk Radio. Then we have on Tuesdays, I have Tarot Tuesdays for myself, 7 p.m. And this is all Eastern Standard Time. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I've changed it a little bit. Spirit kind of was talking to me. So the first hour is going to be questions in regard to things that will help the community. And then we'll go into just tarot readings. So I'll do the questions that people ask first. But if it's specific questions like, oh, can you tell me about my past person, right? Or tell me, that's not the kind of questions that I'll take during that first hour. And then we'll go straight into readings and stuff, whether donations or just free readings. And then approximately 1 hour. So 7 to 9 probably is what I'm doing for Tarot Tuesdays. We're going to try it out this Tuesday coming up. Thursdays is my talk show, just Cindy. No readings, but it's just different topics that I bring up, and you guys are, I love having the interaction with you guys, so questions, etc. And we try answering them. And then I sometimes surprise people during the Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Those are my open free times. I do individual readings, so if you would like a reading with me, I would love that. It's 30 minutes for $60 US or an hour for $110 US. But I am available for individual readings if that's something you desire. For Past-Life Regressions, it is $150 for the session. And we will hopefully give you some really good, interesting information that you're looking for. I can't promise that you're going to get anything, but we certainly do try to help you get something. A lot of times people, when it comes to hypnosis and hypnotherapy and past life regressions, the one thing that people think, they're like, I felt like I was making it up. That's literally what it feels like. So your brain wants to try and hinder or stop that. But it's like, no, don't. Just go with it. You just go with it. And allow your brain to think, feel, experience whatever it is that comes up for you. Just allow and afford yourself to go through it. And then if you want your brain to think about it later, you can certainly do that. But when you just allow your brain to go with whatever you're feeling, sensing, hearing, or seeing, then it makes a much easier thing for you. Oh, both Marissa and I see people, so we're going to be there on Monday. Yay! Thank you so much. That's fantastic, Christopher. I mean, there's so much that you can find out. Like, I know that I'm related to General Sherman. He's part of my ancestry. Like, he was a cousin, I think, or great uncle. One of those two. I'm not good with it. I didn't do the genealogy. It's just, I know he's a relative. The other person who's a relative to me is the author Robert Louis Stevenson. I'm certain so many of you know who that is. Very famous author. So you can find some really interesting people in your history and genetics and that are in your DNA. So maybe that's something you can even touch, right? Yeah, find out so one of the things that I love to do with hypnosis and when you do past life regressions is there's the in-between state. So you're not in a lifetime, you're in between. So you're not here in a life and you're not just in spirit, right? It's the in-between lives. It's like the spiritual place, right? And there's a lot to learn in that and glean from that alone. You can even go forward and progress to future lives and see where those are and what they have in store for you as well. So this is one of those things that you can really learn about your life between your lives as well, and what can you understand and integrate from that between lives place, right? Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. You guys, thanks so much for being here with me and coming and sharing this space. I love it. This is a great community that we can discuss really cool shit, right? Learn from each other and just have fun along the way, right? I think that you have to have fun along the way. But I appreciate you guys coming and spending your time with me. So please go like and follow me on Facebook, and you'll be notified when I go live. I'm also on TikTok. So TikTok and Facebook is Psychic Cindy. On Instagram and YouTube, it is The Psychic Cindy. Please go find me on Instagram as well. You can follow me there. YouTube, please smash the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I go live. I am going to be doing a lot more with my social medias. I'm not good with it, and I know that. So I am working on it. I wanna even do like a little tarot pull for the day or an oracle of the day, card of the day, whatever, and just go with that and do a little quick video for everybody. That would be fun, right? So doing that is something that'll be fun. And I have a lot of things that I have in the works, but my goal is to get us up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so we can do some fun stuff, because they have like community things and stuff like that, but I can't do it until like, because I can't even make a post on YouTube until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So, and they have crazy things, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a year. So I'm working towards that. Those are my goals. I'm going to be doing a lot of different fun things so we can get up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So we can do little cute fun things, right? So you guys can have little things that, and we can all be a community together, right? So, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great night. And I hope I've been able to express and help you with something new with past life regression and reincarnation, maybe. I hope you guys have a great night. Christopher, thank you so much. Blessed be, my friend. Enjoy your lives. Thank you. I'm so happy. It's so much fun. And you've seen all 3 of them this week, I believe, Christopher, right? You started with ParaTalkRadio, and then you were on Tarot Tuesday, and you were on Just Cindy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mary Ann, have a great night, my friend. You guys, thanks so much. I appreciate it. That's right, Jessica. Slow and steady wins the race. I take it one step at a time. I'm not rushing anything. Sweet dreams, and everyone be safe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you guys too. Take care. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And I can't wait to see you guys on Monday. And even talk with Teddy right now afterwards. I'm a few minutes late, so I'm gonna scarf down my food really quick and maybe heat it up a little and then scarf it down and then go over to talk with Teddy. You guys, thank you so much. Have a great night. I love you all. Mwah! Take care.